Let's copy this to the balance sheet. Keep source columns width so that we have the width we need. So let's add these items. So for the assets, we have cash, we have prepaid rent, we have inventory, and equipment. So 4 asset items. So we add them in here. So in order to do that, we add additional columns in here. So it makes up actually 4 items. So cash, inventory, prepaid rent, and equipment. For liabilities, we have notes payable and accounts payable, and for owner's equity we have only Jacob's capital. So we add additional column in here. So we add notes payable and accounts payable, and for owner's equity we only have Jacob's capital. So let's go transaction by transaction and input in our balance sheet. So first of all, we have paid in capital of 50,000. So we have first transaction 50,000 cash and 50,000 in owner's capital. So let's make some formatting in here. Let's center all this stuff, and for the numbers in here, let's put some format cells and number separator so it looks better. And let's center all this again also. Alright, so first transaction we have entered. Second transaction is about notes payable and cash. We get bank loan. So let's input this also in here, 20,000, and also notes payable by 20,000. Third transaction is paying the rent for the office, so decline 12,000 cash and also increase in prepaid rent. So with minus cash and prepaid rent is also increasing. Fourth transaction is about buying an inventory on a credit. So again, increase in inventory by 30,000 and increase in accounts payable by 30,000 as well. Transaction is about buying equipment on cash for the amount of $25,000. So cash is decreasing again by 25,000 and increase of equipment by 25,000. So let's get total numbers for all these transactions. Simply we use this button in here, auto sum. So we actually add all these items in here and we copy it across. So we copy it and we just make it to all of them. So we delete the unnecessary ones that we don't really need to use. Let's make all this in italic so it's a bit different. So we have assets, and let's get the sum of assets in order to see if we have a balance indeed. So we add all these 4 items in assets, and let's make it bold. And then we have items in owner's equity and liability. So we add all these 3 items. So as you may see, we have a balance because all of them are the same equal numbers. So additional formatting option, we select for example assets and right click, we made format cells and alignment, center and center in here and center across selection. We apply the same for liabilities, so we have it across 2 cells. Let's get rid of options and we go to the grid lines. So as you may see, we have a full picture now, and let's have it across the borders. Select the bold borders so it looks better now. So what we else need is to add some columns and rows in here in order to have the date and the name of the business. So Jacob's tennis and golf. And what's this? It's a balance sheet. And for the date of January 1, 2009. So again, we apply the same formatting. We select all this and then format cells, center across selection, center, again bold. Let's increase it for 14. So this is basically our balance sheet. To know that this is not the commonly used format. The commonly used format the corporations use to disclose a balance sheet is the following this format. You may see in here this assets are shown in a vertical way and the liabilities and owners equity in another vertical line. So it's called the vertical line, and the previous one that we actually built the balance sheet, which is this one, it's called the horizontal display of balance sheet. So let's get again back to this one. So as you may see in here, the assets are actually lined up according to their liquidity. Liquidity is its ability to be transferred to become as cash. And in liabilities, it's the same way. Accounts payable and notes payable. Accounts payable is actually the liabilities within the 1 year framework, and notes payable are for the period of longer than 1 year. And again, it helps us to see that we have a balancing numbers on the both sides of a balance sheet equation. This is it for this exercise on balance sheet.